You open the door, and suddenly your life changes. A police officer hands you a temporary restraining order. You're told to leave your home. No contact. No warning. No explanation. And now you're facing a court hearing in about 10 days. Here's what you need to know. A temporary restraining order, called a TRO, is not final. It's issued quickly, often without you present. The real fight happens at the final restraining order hearing. That's where the judge decides if the case meets New Jersey's legal standard for domestic violence. And most people don't realize this, temporary restraining orders get dismissed every day in New Jersey. Because the burden is not on you. The plaintiff has to prove their case. To get a final restraining order, they must prove 3 things. First, that a qualifying act of domestic violence occurred. Something listed under New Jersey law, like assault, harassment, or threats. Second, there is a prior history of domestic violence. And third, that they need protection right now. A real, ongoing fear for their safety. If they fail to prove even one of these elements, the restraining order should be denied. Now here's why this matters. If a final restraining order, an FRO, is issued, it is permanent in New Jersey. You can be fingerprinted and placed in a domestic violence registry. You lose your firearm rights permanently. It can impact your job, housing, professional licenses, and even your immigration status. All from a single hearing. That's why preparation is critical. Restraining order cases come down to evidence. Text messages, emails, photos, social media, witness testimony. These cases are not about who tells a better story, they're about what can be proven. If the plaintiff's claims don't match the evidence, their credibility becomes a major issue. And credibility often decides the case. An experienced attorney will identify inconsistencies, cross-examine effectively, and present your defense clearly. Because being honest is not enough, you need to be credible and precise under pressure. The hearing itself moves quickly. The plaintiff presents first. Then you have the chance to challenge their case, present your own evidence, and call witnesses. There's no jury, just a judge making the decision, often the same day. And mistakes matter. If you present evidence incorrectly, it may not be considered. If you miss key issues, you may not get another chance. There are also technical defenses. If the relationship doesn't meet the legal definition under the Domestic Violence Act, the case can be dismissed. If the case is filed in the wrong county, the court may not even have jurisdiction. Bottom line, a temporary restraining order is not the end. It's the beginning of a legal process. And with the right strategy, many cases are successfully dismissed. But timing is critical. You typically have about 10 days to prepare, and every hour counts. If you've been served with a restraining order in New Jersey, don't face it alone. Call 908-336-5008 for a free consultation.